All right, guys. Well, here I am out in the garage again. Of course, my home away from home, and it is a afternoon after a paint fest. So I wasn't able to film it very good, but I got through this process. I got the Jeep painted, I got it clear coated, and I've just been upstairs watching an Eastwood.com video on wet sanding and buffing the thing down to make a mirror-like finish on it. So that is going to be the next step in the process here. However, first things first, it's in the high 90s out there. I stopped by Sonic on my way home and got me a slush. So I'm going to polish that off. Then I'm going to come out here and clean, first of all the overspray off the floor and all that kind of stuff, and get myself a reasonable place to work. And then see if we can't start in on that wet sanding out some of my mistakes, and hopefully that's all it'll take. And then buff this thing down a little bit, and maybe we won't have to spray any more clear coat. Maybe we'll do one more coat of it. We'll see how it goes. So yeah, let's tear in and see how it goes. See if we can make a shiny thing out of this thing. Okay guys, well, I'm out here ready to get working, and a couple of things I had to do before I could get started. One, I had to finish my slush. Two, I had to change in some work clothes. So I think right now I have got on the wrinkliest t-shirt I've ever seen, so please don't judge me. I did not sleep in this thing. I did not find it balled up in a pile out in the street somewhere. It was just in the drawer, but it's extremely wrinkly. So I'm gonna set you up and let you watch me straighten this garage up a little bit and do my thing, and then we'll get that door open and we'll let some sunlight shine in on this project. But before we do so, I'm gonna pull back my plastic and I'm just gonna start cleaning this mess up. So let's start cleaning. Hey, I'm back. I'm out here in the garage. It's the day after the day before, and I thought we'd have a look at this paint job. Now, I did say I want to show you this in the light of day with the sun shining on it. It's morning. The sun's behind the house on the other side there. I'm not going to get any sunlight on it yet, but I'm going to spin you around and have you take a quick look with me at a couple of things. So we're going to just inspect the fender here. This is the front passenger fender, looking pretty darn good. Quarter panel, even my Jeep letters, I think I'm satisfied with how they look there. Everything's under control. We're coming back here and oh, that's a problem. I got tired, I think, is what happened. I was getting tired and I just lost concentration for a minute there, and I think I had the gun just way too close, and I laid a pass up there of just way too much clear coat and sagged a huge old sag. Now, I have been watching a video from Eastwood.com on using really high grit sandpaper, like starting at 1500 up to 2500, or sanding out your imperfections in your clear coat. Maybe that's fixable with that and some buffing. We'll see. I don't know, but there's a lot I don't know about this job. The rest of the tub looks okay, I think. I hooked the corner over here with the windshield frame when I was moving stuff around and gouged it, and I got another run right there that I'll have to work out. So I don't know how I'll repair that. I'll figure it out. Front fenders, okay. My hinges, disaster. I just was not able to have those in a spot where I could cover them well. So, that's the bottom hinge for the tailgate. This is the windshield hinges. Obviously, those are not going to be able to suffice that way. They're going to have to be cleaned up, sanded down probably, and worked over again. And if we come over here to the hood, I can't tell what I got here yet because this is a big flat surface we were painting, and I can't tell if I'm seeing the metallic stuff in there or if I'm seeing a not liquid layer of the paint. So we'll see. And then if we come right down here, I think you can see my spot there where I got a big old drip of water either out of my gun or sweat off my noggin landed right there as I was spraying across there. I looked, and as I went across it, there was a pool of water there. So I think there's some clear coat went over the top of it, and that's going to need a little fixing. And the rest of it, I don't know. Again, I just don't know. I can see some little low divot points where maybe there was a bubble or something. I don't know, man. I gotta get buffing and see how that's going to turn out. Now, here's what I will explain why I painted the whole thing all at once. I kept saying I was going to do a little. I started in. I felt like I was doing okay. And I did have some fear of stopping in the middle and, either things looking different from where I started to, like I was worried that if I did just the whole tub, but I didn't do the hood and the dash and the tailgate and all that at the same time, that if I came back a week or two later and did those different at a different time, it might look different when I put them all together. So that's why I just kind of gutted it out and went through all this thing all at once. We'll see if that turns out to be a good idea or a bad idea. I do have supplies left. I've got paint left and I have clear coat left. So if that was a mistake, and if I do need to fix up some of these with, maybe even as much as more paint, I have some to do it. And I think now with my confidence level up a little bit, I'll be all right. So yeah, it's time to, I think what I'll work on today for a little bit, I'm not probably going to spend all day on it, but I'm going to take some high grit sandpaper and just start to work on that a little bit and see what we can find about this poor sad sag there. So I'll do that for a bit and see what we learn about that, and then we'll discuss. All right, guys. Well, I think I've hit a good stopping point here. I'm out of supplies that are working good, so I just don't have. I don't feel like I have the right kind of stick-on sandpaper discs. I don't have any buffing compound. I got a few things when I was watching that video from Eastwood, and I was watching another one. It's funny. The other one I was watching, the guy starts out and he's like, "So you watched a couple of YouTube videos, and then you painted your car in your garage, and now you've got flecks and orange peel and sags and whatever." It was like he was talking to me, because I did watch a few YouTubes and painted my Jeep in my garage. So there you have it. There's where we're going to leave it. I think I'm pretty happy overall. The color, I think, is going to look really good out in the light of day. When I rolled the garage door up, it seems like the camera's kind of picking it up as more of a brown than that black cherry, but it's black cherry. It's metallic, and I think if we get that clear coat buffed out really nice, whoo, she's going to look hot. So I'm pretty sure I may salvage this chunk where I made my big mistake. If not, I kind of have a plan that I could, mask off from where that cowl joins up to this panel and the front fender joins up, and come back around to the corner where the corner ends up. And I could just do this chunk if I need to again, maybe spray it again or whatever. But I'm not going to jump to any conclusions until I get the right buffing compound and get a pass of really buffing this out. So for right now, I got to go. But there we have it. I think that was a successful endeavor overall. And thanks for coming along on this journey with me.